Hello and welcome to another Royal Reviewer live pop-up chat, and this is the first from my garden. I've got my other little fan, but it doesn't seem to flap as well. This is a gold one, so I've got the golden flan. The golden flan? No, I do not have a golden flan. I have a golden fan. But anyway, I flapped it. So at least I had something to flap in the absence of breaking my yellow one. So, hello and welcome. This is not the typical time that I go live. I just thought I would because there seems to have been a lot happening within the last 24 hours since I did my live chat. So I thought I'd just kind of catch up with people. We are going live from the satellites in the sky today, not from the Wi-Fi. So I'm hoping that things all hold up, and I'm hoping that you can hear me okay. If you can't, do let me know. But I'm just about to find the chat room so that I can see you all. There we go. Right, I think I can see you all, and I am hoping that notifications are going out. There we go. Yes, I can see you all, so that's fine. Yeah, so we are going to be talking about Harry and Meghan updating their Instagram, because it is, of course, the 1st of September, which means we get a whole new load of charities and organisations to follow. So I'm going to be reacting to that and reading what they put on their Instagram account. I will also make a separate video about that, showing the different charities and their Instagram pages in a separate video, so it's not in a big live chat. We will also be talking about the Sunday silly season fake stories which are out, such as the rumours that Harry and Meghan are going to move to LA, and also we have Thomas Markle, who has spoken out again. Blabbermouth is back. He's kept it quiet for a while, but no, Blabbermouth is back, so we'll be talking a little bit about that as well. And then later on tonight I will be doing a separate live video on Balmoral, but I can tell you straight away, spoilers, Harry and Meghan have not been photographed at church yet, so whether they are there or not is yet to be seen. It doesn't mean they're not there, it just means they haven't gone to church, but hey, we will see. So let's just see what people are saying. Maureen says, my garden looks wonderful, thank you. I just thought it'd be nice to do it from here. Hello to Elaine, hello to everybody. Right, let's just go straight into it. So I want to start with, on a positive note. Let's start on a positive note, why not? So I've gone over to the Sussex Royal Instagram. I will post the link, although I'm sure you probably already know it anyway, just so you can follow, just so you can follow me. And I seem to kind of I will be making this sort of a video every month, because I think they are going to be updating their Sussex Royal Instagram page indefinitely. So let's just read what they say. So they've posted one photograph, which is which is like a grid square of 9 photographs of varying different African charities. So let's just read what they say. And by the way, this is from Harry. So he says, in just a few weeks, our family will be taking its first official tour to Africa, a region of the world that over the past 2 decades has been a second home to me. Our team has helped create a meaningful programme that we're so excited to share with you. On a personal note, I can't wait to introduce my wife and son to South Africa. We'll see you all very soon, from the Duke. So for the official tour, the family will be visiting South Africa together, and the Duke will be carrying out visits to Malawi, Angola and Botswana separately. So there we go. And it also says, our monthly social awareness approach follows key accounts that inspire us and highlight those working towards positive change. As a lead up to the tour for the month of September, we wish to celebrate the beauty of this wonderful continent as a whole, from local organisations working hard to better the environment, to young leaders paving the way for a better future for the Commonwealth and beyond. These selected groups are a small representation of the incredible work being done in Africa today, from countless people, local communities and organisations. To find out more about them, please consider following or supporting the below accounts. So I'll read those accounts in a moment, but let's just go back up to what the Duke has said. So obviously he touched on a personal level how much Africa means to him. He shared that he is very, very, very excited to share this experience with his wife, of course Meghan, and son Archie. And he said we'll see you all very, very soon. So we don't have any actual itinerary details yet, but obviously he has confirmed here that they will be carrying out visits to Malawi, Angola and Botswana for him individually, and of course South Africa together as a family unit. So wind, ooh, lots of wind. So I'm hoping it's not too windy. If it's too windy, I can move inside the greenhouse. So yes, so it looks like he's very excited, Meghan's very excited, and Archie is most definitely going. So there we go. Now, moving on to the charities. So there are quite a lot this time. So just like last month, I would probably advise that there is too much information to take in one go. There are some charities that I can see now in front of me that I am familiar with, and there are some that I am not. So I would recommend, just like I did for the month of August, that you take the time to maybe visit one of these charities every day, maybe choose one a day to take a look at their social media accounts. Also, you could do it one every other day, and that just breaks it down into a much more manageable experience, because to take in all this big list of charities in one big foul swoop is quite a lot. It's quite a big ask, and not a lot of people have all of that time. So let's just kind of go in for it. So the first one, I'm going to click on it because I'm not quite sure if it's abbreviated or not. It's the DLALANGE, Delange, I think that's maybe how you pronounce it. But anyway, they run experiences in Johannesburg and community spaces based in Ponticity, challenging perceptions and creating opportunities. So there you go. So that's one to familiarise yourself with. It's one that I don't know terribly too much about yet, so that's one that I'm looking forward to. There is Go Goo Live. There is Youth Alert. There is the Queen's Commonwealth Trust, which I know about. The Queen's Young Leaders, which I know about. The Queen's Canopy, which I know about. African Parks Network, which I know about. The Desmond Tutu HIV Foundation, which I know of, but I don't know terribly too much about. Centre Barley, of course I know. The Halo Trust I know. The Mines Advisory Group, that's one that I'm unfamiliar with. Everyday Africa, I'm unfamiliar with. The Nelson Mandela Foundation, I have most definitely heard of that one. National Geographic, I've heard. Painted Wolf Conservancy, I have not heard of that one, so I'll be looking forward to that one. Liwa Wildlife, again, I've not heard of that one. The African Wildlife Foundation, I've heard of that one. Serengeti National Park, of course, I've heard of the famous park. Now, the next one, NRT Kenya, that stands for Northern Rangelands Trust. I think I have heard of that one, but I'm unfamiliar with. So I'll be looking forward to that one. Conservation Lower Zambezi, I have not heard of that one at all, so I'll be looking forward to that one. Giraffe Conservation, I think I've heard of that one. And the Virunga National Park, I haven't heard of that one. So there we go. There are plenty of different charities to look at and get involved with, and see if some of them are charities or organisations which you can support. So there we go. I want to go to the chat room and see what people are saying all about that. There we go. Elaine says, Meghan should allow her father to see his grandson. Well, we'll get onto that later. We will definitely get onto that. Thank you, Southern Lady, who says the garden looks beautiful. Fiona says, love the new accounts they are following, and so looking forward to this tour. I think it's a really, really good idea that they are doing this by, you know, changing out the different charities and organisations every single month. Oh, I've got my tea as well, Christine, in the garden. Hello to Rosie. Right. Moving on, so I will make a separate video on that as well, which hopefully I'll post today, but I do have quite a bit on, so we will be looking at that. I think a lot of you want to start on Thomas Markle, don't you? I can see you chomping at the bit. Let me just make sure this is up a little bit. There we go. So you can see my whole head. I know I can see that you're all chomping at the bit. So, Blabbermouth has been out again. Do you know what? He was doing so well for a while. I actually thought he was managing to keep it zipped for a bit, but no, Blabbermouth strikes again. So, Thomas Markle asks, why can't I meet Archie? Question mark. Meghan Markle's father. I think that should be the Duchess of Sussex, has stayed silent since she gave birth, hoping, in his own words, that becoming a mother would mellow her and they could heal their rift. Now in frustration, he speaks out. Really? He's frustrated? Really? Oh my goodness. Blabbermouth. Oh, keep it zipped. You were doing so well. I can't believe. He feels he's being unfairly vilified and cut out of his grandson's life. He says he has only ever seen a picture of his new grandson Archie on the internet. Mr. Markle takes issue with Meghan's celebrity friends launching attacks on him. He also says Meghan's claim she paid her own way through college is untrue. He said, "I always hoped that I would be as close to Meghan's child as I was to her." Now, I will post a link to it. It is a Daily Mail article, so you can choose to click on it or not. I really am not bothered, but like I say, I do always think that, you know, my comments should be held accountable to. So if you want to, you know, check it out, you can. If not, that is entirely fine. But I will carry on with it if we can bear to go through it. So I'm not going to read the whole thing, of course, but I do want to find some direct quotes from him. Here we go. So I'm just trying to find his direct quotes exactly. Oh, where's it gone? Oh, here it is. I was on the wrong one. I've got so many windows open. So let's just see what he says. So Thomas Markle has accused his daughter and Prince Harry of displaying the same hypocritical approach to the environment as they have adopted with him. So he's now zipped onto the private jet scandal thing as well. So he said, "I feel sorry for them in a way because they brought this on themselves. You can't say one thing and do another. Everyone raves about how gracious and wonderful they are, but they are not wonderful to their own family. That's hypocritical. You can't portray yourself as being charitable and bringing people together and then ghost your own father and your entire family. Their treatment of me has left a lot to be desired. I've still never met my son-in-law. Why couldn't Prince Harry have got on a plane and flown to see me, to ask for her hand? He obviously has no problem getting on private jets. If he wants to come and see me on a private jet, there's an airport near here in Tijuana, and San Diego is just over the border. There are dozens of commercial flights from England to San Diego and Los Angeles every day." Okay, so he's definitely jumped on the private jet bandwagon. He's obviously very mad. I mean, one thing you can tell from all of this is that he is absolutely fuming that he's been ghosted out of Archie's life, and he still can't see why. That is pretty evident in this. He still absolutely cannot see why he's been cut out, or ghosted, as he calls it. Oh, blabbermouth. Really? Just the fact that you've done this is the reason why you have been ghosted. That is the reason. My goodness. There's more. There is more. Let me just find some more quotes. He says, "I would like them to send me a picture of Archie so I can frame it and put it on my wall beside the one of Meghan. Isn't that what any grandfather would want? I'd love to know if he's got the famous Markle nose. It was Meghan's 38th birthday last month. I sent her a card via her financial advisor in LA, but received no acknowledgement." He says, "I have no idea if she got it. I'd like to do a piece saying the 10 things people don't know about me, but there are way more than 10. What upsets me is when people who don't know me say negative things about me. Until you know me, what gives you that right?" He claims he never received an official wedding invitation. And he says, "Firstly, I love my daughter. She's my baby. And this is my favourite ever picture of her," as he looks at a framed photograph of Meghan from when she was 2. "I took that photograph and I always loved it because of the pensive look on her face. That was my Meggie. We were so close. I would come home from work and I would hold her against my chest and we would walk around for hours and hours." Really. I don't doubt it. Sometimes I get the feeling people think I don't love my daughter. I do love her very much. I would love nothing more than to put a picture of Archie in a frame and place it beside the one of Meghan. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Of course, I'm disappointed not to see Archie. I had hoped becoming a mother would mellow Meghan and she would reach out. There was never any problem between Meghan and me until recently. I've stayed quiet because Meghan was pregnant with Archie. I'm speaking out now because they and their PR people are continuing to ghost me out of her life. People who don't know me make judgments. My daughter's new A-list friends have no right to speak out about me until they know me. He says he's apologised repeatedly. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. And it just goes on and on and on. And to be perfectly honest, I don't really want to read all of it out. I'm going to go back to the chat room. Anyway, you get the gist of what he's saying from, you know, from what I've said. So I'm not, if you want to read it, you can go on and read it. I'm not going to repeat it anymore. I think we get the gist of what he's trying to say. He still doesn't get it, does he, my loves? He just doesn't get it. He doesn't understand that this, the fact that he's doing this is the very reason. And I said ages ago that if he wants to rebuild her trust, he needs to stay quiet permanently. It needs to be a permanent thing. And it will take time. You know, I don't like seeing a rift. I don't like seeing, you know, a father, you know, being cut out of, you know, his grandson's life. However, when you have behaved in the way that you've done, well, as he's done, it's understandable. And, you know, Meghan can't expose herself to him when he's just going to go blabbermouthing off at every single opportunity and she can't trust him. So I can understand where she's coming from. I would like to see it resolved and healed, but that is going to take time, and it is going to take him to be silent forever. Not just 6 months, not just while she's pregnant, not just in the hope that pregnancy and motherhood will mellow her. It's got to be forever. It's got to be a forever thing. And only then may Meghan feel like she can try to rebuild things. And even then, it would be really, really slow. So, hey, he needs to zip it for good. Right. Southern Lady says he needs to stop talking. His ego is bigger than his love for her. She cannot trust him. I agree entirely. Yes, he probably has been paid for that. Carol says, poor, pitiful me. Yeah, he's definitely taken the pitiful me tone. Edith says, Thomas Markle has a very short memory. Has he really forgot what... Yeah, I think he has forgot. In fact, I don't even think he truly understood in the first place, to be quite honest. Alicia says, please continue reading it. I don't want to click on the link. I can't. I don't want to continue reading it. Sheila says, those who are determined to take down the Sussexes by any means use Thomas Markle as a go-to when it becomes necessary to increase the heat under their cauldron of hate. Well, I like that phrase, cauldron of hate. He will never be silent, and therefore he will never have a relationship with Meghan and Archie. He's got to choose what he prefers. Would he rather have fame and a bit of money, or would he rather have his daughter and his grandchild? He's got to choose. Christine says, approach him with caution and duct tape. Where can we put the duct tape? I think it needs to go here. Sorry if I'm skipping loads of comments. I know people have a lot to say. Alicia says, actually he's not worth my time. Thomas is too negative and a liar. I was feeling drained as I was reading it, so I don't want to continue. Elaine says, I can only summarise that Meghan wants it to continue. Ooh, that's a weird theory, but let's read it anyway. Why else has she not reached out to him? That's all it would take. He has not got forever. I don't think she wants it to continue. I think she wants to heal it. However, he's not giving her the chance to be able to heal it because he keeps on doing the same thing that she wants to protect her family from. So no, I don't think she wants it to continue. I think it's just a case of she's waiting for him to do the right thing, which he's not doing, and she's making him wait. I think she wants to see that he can keep it zipped for a long time. Alicia says the duct tape needs to go on his bottom so he can stop talking out of it. Pam G says this just gets sadder and sadder and sadder. Something is really off about him. I don't blame the Duke and Duchess of Sussex keeping their distance. Thomas must really get over himself. He's lost. Well, he's lost Meghan and he's lost Archie, that's for sure. Shining Star says, I think Harry and Meghan need to set him up and close this chapter. Shut him up and close the chapter, or set him up. Julie Miller says, Meghan and Harry can't risk their safety and the safety of their family by getting sucked into a meeting with Blabbermouth or any other member of that side of Meghan's family. And Oraine says she refuses to communicate with him in the press, and she told him so, but he wants to speak to her only through the press. Shining Star says, allow him to see Archie and get a few pics he can sell, and then cut him off for good. Oh, I don't think we should be exploiting Archie at all. Let's have a look. Francois says, you choose your friends, not your family. That can be true. Yes, the almighty dollar. I think that's what a lot of that is about entirely. And yes, I agree, he cannot be trusted. I mean, there's nothing more to say really on that story, so I'm going to move on once I've had a sip of tea. Do you see the crown on the underside? I know it's an upside down crown for you. Right, I want to get on to the Sunday silly season story. So this story came about when, I think just as I was going off being live last night, so I couldn't talk about it then because I didn't know about it. But we know about it now, so I'm going to post the link again. You can choose to look at it or not. It's entirely up to you. But basically, it's a silly season story making the claim that Harry and Meghan are going to leave the UK because of all the bad press, and they are going to move to LA. This is just a silly season story. It's not true. It's certainly not true at all. Oh, do we have a troll? I don't think we have any moderators in, so just bear with me. Who is the troll? Oh, here we go. Who is the troll? Oh, is Somali woman the troll? There we go, right. Okay, I've done something to the troll, I think. Okay, so let's go back to what I was trying to do. So, yes, the press is saying that she's going to move maybe to California in a celebrity enclave in Malibu where Kim Kardashian and Leonardo DiCaprio live because the Duchess is homesick. No, I don't think this is true. Again, they're trying to paint the picture of Meghan being a celebrity and not royal, so it's basically just an underhanded diss at Meghan. Apparently, a Los Angeles cafe owner said Meghan misses home and is looking at Malibu in the US. How on earth does he know? Again, it makes claims about celebrities living there and how much the cost of homes could be. Apparently, friends, but they don't say who, of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex have said the couple are house hunting in the celebrity enclave of Malibu because Meghan is homesick. Well, I thought they just said it was a cafe owner, and now they say it's friends. Whatever. So she's said to be keen to find an LA home. This is all from the Mail on Sunday. Reported that they may be preparing to move abroad, with LA on a high list of priorities. Again, I don't think so. It then goes on to claim that Prince Charles wants Harry to move to a Herefordshire estate in the UK, which apparently he set aside for Harry as a baby. How on earth can you tell where your, as a baby, where your grown-up child is going to want to live? That's ridiculous. So again, that claim is just completely ridiculous. It's just a complete load of nonsense. In fact, I would probably advise you not to click that link, to be quite honest. It's just a silly season story. I would just completely ignore it entirely. They have a lot of work to do here in the UK. They may be planning a holiday there, maybe, but definitely not moving permanently. PGR says, my God, if Meghan and Harry moved to California, they would be closer to the Markles. No. Cynthia says, how many stories can they make up? This is getting to be over the top. Exactly. Alicia says, PJR, Samantha would stalk them. And Midnight Hazel says they will never leave the UK. I think so too. I don't think it's their style to be running away. Let's put it that way. Esther says, it's so sad that these people can do this to someone. I can just imagine the pain she feels, and still have to show a brave face in public. It's just sad. It is indeed. Carol, they are not moving to LA. It's just a silly season story. Thank you to Claudia, who says gorgeous garden. It's very windy at the minute. It's still quite nice and sunny, but oh, listen to that wind. I'm frightened of things blowing over. So I may have to wrap this up in a minute. We'll go on for a bit more. Like I say, the African tour, I forgot to say, the official start date is September the 23rd. So it's not far away. We're the 1st of September, so not too far away until they start. And they will start in Cape Town, South Africa. Vicky Peters, I'm at work sneaking on to see this. Ooh, are you in the toilet somewhere? Dion says, I'm hearing your chimes. The wind is picking up, definitely. PJR says, the UK has embraced Meghan and she has the ability to cloister there. I don't think she's leaving anytime soon. Countess Bavaria says, why on earth would the Sussexes move away from the UK? They are royals in the UK, not anywhere else. I mean, a holiday is, understandable, but I don't think they're going to be moving to, some celebrity Kardashian type home. Catherine says, I never give the negative stories the time of day. And Duran says, I can't wait to see them on tour again. They work so well together. They do indeed. Alicia thinks that Meghan's family is jealous, period. They never acted like this before she started dating Harry. They wish they were royal, which is why they try to stay in the spotlight as much as possible. The fact is, they handled it wrong from the beginning, and they got it completely wrong. And now they're understanding that it's different. Celebrity and royal is different, and you can't be selling stories if you're a family member on a member of the royal family. It doesn't work. So yes, they got it wrong, and I think they realise that. Or maybe they don't. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe they don't realise it. Becky says, you are correct. They are not moving anywhere. I very much doubt it, indeed. Venez says, the Kardashians live in Calabasas, not Malibu. Some 76-year-old cafe owner talks rubbish, and the Daily Mail runs a story. How more pathetic can the British media get? Exactly. So there you go. Apparently they live in Calabasas. Do you think I'd look good in Calabasas? I think I should move to Calabasas. What do you think? I could fan myself in Calabasas. Yes, I agree. The UK is their home. Karen M says, all the Markles were broke, and now they have all gotten money off her back. I think money could be a factor, definitely. Andrea says, I ask from what I ignore. Could Meghan and Harry end the issue with Thomas in private and avoid raucous statements that hurt the couple? A healing path helps and closes the issue. They could do it in private, but I think what Meghan wants is reassurance that he's going to keep it zipped. And he's just not demonstrated that he can. Alicia says, you would take the spotlight and put the Kardashians to shame. They wish they were you. Kim Kardashian wished she had my derriere. Let's put it that way. PGR says, you would fit right in to the Californian style. And Teresa says, thank you for the information and updates. Have a great day, everyone. Yeah, finally September. Can't wait to see Archie's little face. I definitely think we'll see a lot more full-on of Archie in Cape Town. Alicia says, at least yours is real. It is indeed. I can confirm that my derriere is real. Right, I'm going to have to go because apparently I have 20% battery and I've not brought out my power pack. So I'm going to have to wrap this up very, very soon. Let's just finish off my tea first. There we go. And I have a little cough. Right, so I hope you have all enjoyed this chat. I wanted to deal with all the kind of slew of Harry and Meghan news, the good, the bad, and the ugly. We've had some ugly. Blabbermouth, you know who you are. But I will be back later to discuss the photographs coming out of Balmoral for the Queen, of who was with the Queen at church. So expect to pop up probably around about 9 p.m. UK time. roughly around about then. So I will be live, and I will also at some point post a video about who Harry and Meghan are following on Instagram separately. And I will also be editing and uploading and premiering my weekly vlog on Elliot's British Life. So Sunday is a very, very busy day for me. So if you have enjoyed this video, please give it a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to share on social media, and also do hit the notification bell so that you know whenever I upload a new video. So, and make sure you are subscribed as well. So from me in Shropshire, mwah, to you all, and goodbye.